Hey everybody, Justin with Backcountry Outfitters here, coming to you with a video about how to apply for the Colorado Draw. Okay, so in my first video, if you missed it, we covered the changes in 2025, and now in this video, we're going to cover just how to apply. Before we do, and we're going to go to my computer screen in a minute, and it'll be right on the video so guys can watch, and I'll walk you through the process. But before we do that, a couple of questions we always get concerning the draw that I'll just cover on the front end. Number one is the qualifying license. What is that? How does it work? Basically, the qualifying license is a license that both non-residents and residents have to purchase before they can put in for the big game draw. Okay, it's a small game tag or a turkey tag that qualifies you. And let's just say it's a way for the Division Wildlife to make a little bit more money, but it qualifies you to be able to put in for the draw. Because let's face it, you're not putting in for the draw so you can hunt a turkey, or a small game animal. But you got to buy that license first to qualify you to put in for the draw. So for non-residents, your cheapest way forward, because again, you're probably not coming to hunt small game or anything other than a deer or an elk, but you still have to buy the tag. So the cheapest tag for you is the annual small game tag, which is $122 for non-residents. Okay, so that's the one you're going to want to buy if you're just saying, hey, I want the cheapest way that I can buy a tag so I can put in for the draw. That's it, the small game annual tag. So once you do that, if you don't do that, it won't even let you put in. Like you can be like, I'm trying to put in for this tag, it's not letting me. It's saying I need to buy a qualifying license. You got to go back out of the big game, and go for a annual small game, a turkey tag. There's a couple other qualifying licenses out there. Check your Division of Wildlife Colorado 2025 brochure, and it'll list them. It's also on their website what the qualifying tags are. But again, just the cheapest way forward is that annual small game tag. Okay. Second question, how do I apply my points? So I have points, how do I apply them for the tag, or how do I keep from applying them? Okay, the way that points are applied for tags is by whatever you put in for your first choice. So in a minute, you'll see when we do this, I'll pull up to put in for an elk tag, and I'll have first, second, third, and fourth choices of tags I want to apply for. Whatever I fill in for that first choice, that applies points. So if I have any elk points and I'm putting in my first choice for an elk tag in any unit, it'll apply those points. All right. So if you don't want to apply your points, then for the first choice, put in the preference point code, and that'll give you another point. And then if you say, hey, I still would like to try for a draw tag, but I don't want to apply any points towards it. Let's say it's a tag that you can get with 0 points. You're going to want to enter that code, that hunt code, as your second choice, all right, and then it won't apply your points. All right, so that's how you apply your points or don't apply your points. It's whatever you put in for your first choice. And then lastly, should I put in as a group? We get this question often. And the way that it works here in the state of Colorado is, let's say 3 of you are putting in, Billy, Bobby, and Joey, and you want to put in as a group. You're putting in for a tag that takes 2 points to draw. Now, Billy and Bobby, they both have 3 points. They got more than enough points. But Joey, he's only got 1. All right? When you guys apply as a group, they look at the lowest common denominator. So they're looking at your entire group as only having 1 point because that's how many points Joey's got. All right? So I tell people all the time, and the only reason why I would put in as a group is that if, like, let's say that group, Billy, Bobby, and Joey, is if they looked at each other and said, hey, we are not going on this hunt unless we all draw. Then that's when I would put in as a group. Because if that's, and I get that, but that happens. But if you're saying, hey, no, let's put in and you might not get the draw, but we might make it, and then we'll go that way, and you can come along and call for us or something, I would not put in as a group if you have someone that doesn't quite have enough points to get that tag, okay? You want to make sure when you put it in as a group that everybody in your group has at the minimum number of points or more to draw that tag, and that way you guys will be able to draw the tag. Because again, they go with the lowest common. So whatever guy has, whatever the lowest number that guy in your group, somebody in your group has, they'll go with that number as they look at your entire group. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and jump in right here. I'm going to switch to my computer screen. There we go. And we're going to, this is the cpwshop.com. It's the way you put in for your points. So you can Google that or whatever, Colorado Division of Wildlife, and then go to Hunt and CPW Shop, buy tags. You're going to sign in right here. My computer is going to respond. There we go. And you're going to go ahead and enter in your identifier. For me, it's my driver's license or my Colorado identification number, and then your password. So I'm not going to show you guys this. I'm just going to go ahead and punch in to my account. But this is what you do. Now, let's say it's your first time ever putting in for the draw. You're going to go right here to New Customers, create an individual account. You can do that on your own. So I'm going to go ahead and put in for mine, and then we'll go to the next screen. All right, so here's your next screen. After you put in enter your identifier and your password, it's going to show you, all your personal information. Just make sure everything's right there. You're going to scroll on down. Yep, phone number, all that's good. Nothing's changed. Then you can say, I want to release my name or I don't, for information, stuff like that. I'm just going to confirm that my details are right, and it'll move me to the next screen. Now here's a screen that's helpful for a lot of people. You can check out how many preference points you have right here under My Preference Points. So you look at me, I've been putting in for some of these higher, I've got weighted points for sheep and weighted points for moose and other points. I don't have a ton of elk and deer points because I end up using them every year, but this will show you your points. And it'll show you all the past tags and stuff like that under your orders. If you want to do that, it'll show you all the other tags that you've drawn in the past and all that stuff. All right, under your account summary. So now that I'm under here, welcome Justin, I want to say I'm going hunting and fishing. And again, everybody wants to click on buy big game licenses, but don't do that. You want to go to buy the small game combo licenses because this is your qualifying tag. We talked about qualifying tags. And for the non-resident, you're going to want to get that small game non-resident tag. That's going to be your cheapest way forward. All right, so here's a list of those qualifying tags right here. So qualifying licenses are 25 resident, non-resident spring turkey, resident or non-resident small game, annual, combo of fishing and small game, yada, yada, yada. And again, right here is going to be the go-to for almost everybody, unless you want to come out here and hunt turkeys, is this small game license. That's going to be your cheapest way forward. All right. So you want to make sure you buy that before you put in for the draw, because you won't be able to unless you do. All right, now for me, go to your cart after you put in for that tag. You're going to want to go to your cart and then buy that tag. So you can't even put it in your cart and then go put in for your big game tag. Nope, you actually have to buy it, and then you can put in for your big game tags. Okay, now I have purchased my qualifying tag. Now I can go for my big game license. Under hunting licenses, here we are, big game application. It's letting us know about these qualifying licenses, which we already looked at. Here they are, black bear, deer, elk, and so on. I'm just going to go after elk because this is, most of you are either going to go deer or elk, and it's very, very similar. You're going to click apply now. And here's where I answered that question about whether you put in as a group or not. This is where you're going to designate, if you are putting in as a group, you're going to pick a group leader, and that person will be the first one to put in and say, I'm putting in as a group leader. And then once he gets his number, then the rest of the group can put in. I am not applying as part of a group, which is the first choice. That's me. Okay, we have opened our application for the elk tag. Now, this is what you're going to see for every, whether it's deer, moose, whatever you're putting in for. You're going to have 4 choices here. And it's going to start with the type of animal, E for elk, and that's going to be filled in for you. The next box is going to be the sex. So if you're putting in for a male, or bull tag is going to be male. Let's say I was putting in for my elk tag here for our unit, Unit 77. I want a bull tag for first rifle, okay? The next box is the unit. So I'm in Unit 077. And then the next box is going to be the season. And I'm going to put in for a first season 01 and rifle for the method of take. Okay? So that is the way, or what those boxes all mean, okay? Or if I wanted to put in for a cow tag, this would be female, and so on, okay? I don't believe there's actually any cow tags available in our unit so second rifle. Any cow tags available in Unit 77 for first rifle. So anyway, I have 0 points. If you notice my balance up here, I have no shot at any tags that take points. So what I'm going to do is put in for a preference point. And that code, no matter the species that you're hunting, is the same for every animal. So if you want to put in for your deer tag, just a point, an elk tag, just a point, the code is always P for the first box, and then 999, and then 99, and then P again. Okay, that's the preference point code. Now for me, that's all I'm applying for. I wanted to get an elk point this year and apply it towards tags in the future. I'm going to confirm my choice. And it'll say, preference points, this is what you're applying for. I say, yep, add it to the cart. Okay, now I can keep going here. Again, scroll down. I want to put in for my deer tag. Let's see how many deer points I got. I am not applying as part of a group. Once again, I have 0. So it's not looking good for me this year to draw a tag. But if I was to try to get a tag for my unit here in 77, I want to get a buck tag, I'd go M077 for my unit, and then I wanted to hunt 4th rifle, and it's actually the letter O, not 0 on your keypad. The actual letter O is going to be for your 01, 02. First is 01. 02 is, or second is 02, and so on. And then rifle. So that's a 4th rifle. I could put in for a 4th rifle deer tag. Now again, I don't have any points, so I don't have a shot at anything, but I'm just showing you guys how I would do it. All right. For me, I want to get another preference point, so that preference point code is the same. And confirm my choice. Add to cart. All right, you guys can kind of see it. And again, please refer to that cheat sheet. If you're hunting with us, with Backcountry Outfitters, you would have gotten a cheat sheet of the codes that you need to enter for your tag that you, for the species and the season that you're going to hunt with us. Just go ahead and enter that. And then, of course, from here, we're going to go to our cart after you're all done. And I have applied for 2 different, sets of preference points, $16. I'm sorry for when you guys look at this as non-residents might make you sick, but this is what it costs. we're going to proceed to check out. And that's it, gang. I hope that I've answered all your questions and kind of shown you what you need to do. Please, ask any questions in the comments down here. We're going to flip back over to my camera here. There we go. So yeah, please ask any questions in the comments. You can reach out to us. But yeah, you're going to go on, you're going to buy your qualifying license, which is going to be for many of you an annual small game non-resident tag. And then you can go to Big Game and put in your hunt code for what you want to hunt or your preference point code and pay for it. And you're all set, guys. Waiting for this draw to come out. On that sheet that we sent to all of our hunters, if you're booked with us, or even if you're on our email list, we're happy to send it to everybody. If you want to get on our email list, again, just reach out to us at bco.elk@gmail.com and just ask us questions or ask for that code sheet. Happy to send that your way. So it'll show the history of how many points it takes to draw a certain tag, so you guys can see that, and then it'll tell you your hunt codes as well. So I hope this makes things easy for you guys, and again, I'm happy to walk you through anything. Give myself or Nikki, our administrative secretary, give her a call. She's the one generally on the emails, but we're happy to help you guys, and we're hoping for the best on this draw. Good luck to you all, and we will talk to you after the draw. When all of you guys have drawn your tags, and we'll make our final plans for this hunt this fall. All right. Thanks, guys.